What's going on YouTube? Zach is back once again, bringing you another Pokemon Unite replay commentary. This time featuring a very fun Pokemon, Pikachu, who got buffed in the last major balance patch. All his moves, except I think the alternate to Electro Ball, I don't remember the name of it, were all buffed in terms of their damage output and their cooldowns. So Pikachu's way stronger now. He's a really fun Pokemon. He's really fun to run X attack on. You gotta be careful with the aggression though. You don't want to overextend because you still are very squishy. They did not change anything about that. Anyway, hope you all enjoy this video. If you do, leave a like, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more stuff like this in the future. Looking at team preview, our team is a little more balanced than theirs. We have two helper, well not really two helpers, but we have Suicune and Pikachu, both of which are pretty versatile in terms of their role diversity. We have Goodra, and then we have good balance with the rest of our team as well. Really the only weak spot on the enemy team is that they have two attackers compared to us, but they have a very similar lineup actually. Landing with Goodra early on, Goodra also got buffed. His tackle is a little better than it was before. But our role is going to be strong early on when he isn't, because obviously Pikachu is very strong early on. Both in terms of just natural innate damage output and getting your first move at 4 means that you're going to be able to help whoever you're dealing with a lot sooner. And look, you can see with X attack, we've been able to walk up and keep pressure on, buy Goodra's space to escape. And it's really good burst damage that you're getting in those situations, which is helped by having Shell Bell, so even though I'm taking a lot of damage in these trades, I'm still able to maintain my footing in the fights. With the enemy team retreating here, it's the farm that we need to get now. There's really nothing else for us to be doing. Yep, we get everything there very nicely thanks to the Goodra's input. And again, against this double attacker lineup, I'm not afraid of being a little aggressive. I want to get damage on them as quickly as possible since they don't really want to take damage. They're both very squishy. And they can deal a lot to us, but we still have Goodra to tank. We have me backing him up. That's a really good duo. Yeah, you can see how quickly this guy's to turn once he gets caught out. We're both at half, but he quickly gets dropped to half just in a couple seconds. Of course, us taking an extra Electro Ball. Electro Ball. I don't know if I said that right. That means that we need to back off there and get berries to heal back up. But so far, even though no one's died yet in this lane on either side, we're still winning in the lane just because we're getting all the favorable trades on these contested farms. They're starting to get some and catch up a little bit, but I'm almost 6, which is what I need for Volt Tackle. That's when Pikachu really starts to come online. Yeah, I decided to throw an Electro Ball in the off chance that they hit it a little off and I can steal it. But there was pretty much nothing we can do. Urshifu's last hit is just better than anyone else's in the game. Well, at least in that situation. Top lane goes down very quickly, which is not good. That said, we can group up bottom and try to make a counter push together. We do have the lucky bottom as well, thankfully. We don't have to worry about that coming in top side. And you can see how much control Pikachu provides in these fights with Electro Ball and Volt Tackle. Having an area target, not area target, but like a sure hit move on both of those means that you constantly have uptime on your disables. And they're both very annoying, right? The burst damage is really good on Electro Ball, and it slows them down significantly. And Volt Tackle, of course, holds them in place for a very long time for your team to be able to get stuff done. Also of note, you can use Volt Tackle in situations like that to retreat from a Pokemon. Because Pikachu will always retreat a set distance away. So if you're closer than that set distance, you can use it like there to get a little further back. I was in the bush and then ended up behind the bush when I Volt Tackled the Voltoy. Nonetheless, here we want to bring the fight back towards the objective so we can get the objective while we're fighting them if we can. And since we have a lot of points we're carrying, pushing this in isn't a bad idea. Of course, if my team wants to go top instead, I'm willing to go with them. My goal always, as a helper player, not always a helper picker, but Pikachu's sort of a helper in this game, is to always go where the team is going, and that's generally a good strategy when you're solo queuing. The goal zone at 1 and decide to score and knock it out. Since our Shifu's here, we don't want to fight him in the flux zone or while he's getting shields. And despite him being pretty tanky, he's not tanky enough to outlive everything we're doing. Unfortunately, Lucario does come and finish me off. But Azumarill gets him right back, and then it's back to fighting the Articuno, which they take off as well. So trading a Pikachu for all of that is pretty nice. Of course, Absol and Guja are having a hard time defending bottom, so we definitely need to rush ourselves there if we can. They're not able to knock out the pad here, thankfully, so we can keep fighting to defend. And yeah, against people that are really mobile, like Dragavolt especially, the double sure hit nature of this moveset is really nice. You always have a way of clipping him when he's flying by. Here I go for a little bit of harass. It gets healing with Shubell, obviously, but also I want to keep vision on the enemy team, know where they're at, so that we can play in this area for the objective. Since the Lecky is bottom, we do want to get it again. And of course we have our bottom pad, so we're like naturally favored to play this area. With X attack and an energy amp, our ult is easily able to wipe out several Pokemon here and leave the rest really, really low, so it's a really nice ult by me, if I do say so myself. But they still have some people up, so we can't quite contest the objective yet. Their Volt tackling into the close combat is really rough. It happened last time and happened again there. It's going to be a pretty common theme against Pokemon like Lucario that Pikachu has a hard time dealing with. Nonetheless, we recover, and thanks to Energy Amp, we'll have an ult again soon. 69% charged. Nice. Yeah, and since we got the Lucky, again, I'm making it apparent to my teammates that I'm willing to push it if we want to, but if we don't want to, we can just go top. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, this is Kyogre map. The new season is Groudon, obviously, but I still have some old games from this season that I haven't uploaded yet, so here's one of them. I was actually talking about this with friends and on stream the other day, but I think the biggest differences between Kyogre map and Groudon map is that the many bushes and the citrus berries makes it so fights are more drawn out and both teams have more resources in fights and more advantage. Basically, team fighting is easier. There's sort of like scripted lines you're supposed to follow on the Kyogre map. I tend to prefer Groudon for that reason. I like the meta better there as well. Less bushes means less ambush attackers, which means a more diverse meta instead of everyone picking attacker. You tend to get more 2 and 3 attacker lineups that are viable on the Kyogre map in my experience and opinion. But in any case, we farm the birds here, just get our 13 secured, secure farm on the map, deny the enemy team resources, pick up resources for ourselves. That is always our goal in the late game, leading up to Groudon. And then obviously when Groudon, or in this case Kyogre, comes up, that becomes the main objective. Here we just want to play together. With X attack ready to go, I decide to take point. Obviously it's very good with Pikachu's Unite move, so it's going to be our natural initiation if we can make it work. We have Guja to play off of in our all-rounders, so we want one of them to get gone on first or to approach first if we can. Here they decide to start poking it, forcing our team to react. I decided to just go ahead and ult here to take out the Urshifu and to chip the Gardevoir, or not the Gardevoir, the Articuno really low. And of course another Electro Ball takes out Dragapult as well, giving us a nice 3 KO streak, freeing up Kyogre for an easy pickup that we again secure with Electro Ball. I'm telling you guys, this set is nutty. Electro Ball Volt Tackle is so much fun. With Energy Amp and X Attack, it's the real business. The real business. Do they surrender? I don't think they do. I was looking at the time to see if they surrendered. I think they're going to have us play this out. Unfortunately, Pikachu gets taken out first and is the only one taken out because he's Pikachu. I could have played a little safer and wavy, but I guess I was feeling overconfident after the team wipe we got and the objective. Nonetheless, our teammates are having a good time. I'm just gonna skip ahead a little bit. Yeah, this game is pretty much over. Yeah. Yeah. We don't have to watch the rest of that time. We all know what happens here. And what happens is, we won! The team worked very well together in the ways that I thought it would. The enemy team worked well together too, but I think they just were a little outmatched in the end. And yeah, that was a fun Pikachu game. Hope you guys had a good time watching it with me. If you did, if you liked this video, give me a like. Let me know in the comments what you think, what you want to see in future videos. And yeah, that's all I got for y'all today. Peace.